everybody. How's
Well,
it going
howdy.
tonight? What's up? First off, we got Dr. Joe. He blessed me with his presence this last weekend, him and his family.
Thank God if I get bit, we got a doctor in the house.
There we go. He come up and picked up some frozen rats, and they brought me a watermelon and a deal of the local honey. So the watermelon's almost gone. I haven't touched the honey yet. I got to wait for some biscuits for that. So let's see. And our one and only Miss Jamie, how are you doing?
What's going on?
Mr. Stan, how's it going? Stan the man. Dude, have you met Stan yet, Tyler?
Think so.
Think so?
I'm horrible with names. I need faces, but probably.
Okay, so we're gonna get to meet him next month. So
Daytona?
he is local to Florida. So
I don't know what I feel like I've met Stan.
hey, Miss Tara, how are you doing, lady? Can't wait to get you on the show next week. So we've just been talking with Chris backstage. I'm going to go ahead and put this up right now, just so everybody knows.
Just for fun.
Let me get maybe I should have got my old lady glasses on, right? This show is going to contain venomous, not poisonous snakes. Leave the handling to the pros, folks. Like, okay, don't do this at home, kiddos. Chris has been in this for many, 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 many years.
And do not free handle.
Do not free handle, correct. That's just a caution I really wanted to put out there at the beginning of the show.
There you go.
Chris, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay, well, everybody, as y'all know, y'all see on there, it's Reptiles and Oddities. I'm Chris. I am in the same town as Holly is, down here in the good old Dead Rat, USA. Yeah, I've been into the venomous world for, I'm going to say, about 20 years now. I started when I was real little, living up in northwest Oklahoma. We didn't have watermark skins or copperheads. It was either it had a rattle or it was safe. And 9 out of 10 times you came across an Atrox. Okay, that was the Western Diamondback. You came across Western Massasaugas, prairie rattlers a lot of times. And I used to go, well, I still do. As much as I can, I'm out field herping. I'm walking, cruising roads, whatever. I love taking pictures of wildlife and all that. So when you're doing that, you're going to run into these animals like this. So I've been fascinated with venomous and just any other reptile I would come across, even our native wildlife that I'd find out there. I loved encountering it. I've been lucky to meet some venom handlers here in Oklahoma that taught me how to work with stuff like mambas and eastern diamondbacks and stuff.
And Chris, I hope he's going to be helping train me. He already said he would, help me out in any way possible. I just want one venomous snake for my office in here. And we've just kind of been going back and forth. He's been guiding me on the correct steps to take. And if you want to explain that here for the state of Oklahoma, what that would be.
Yeah, so the state of Oklahoma, it's extremely relaxed. You just have to have the proper cage requirements that the state of Oklahoma asks for, which is an escape-proof enclosure, has to have the viewing glass would have to be no less than a 1/4 inch thick, and it has to have a mechanism lock on it. And besides that, you're able to purchase your license to the state of Oklahoma. You don't need no proper handling or nothing like that. They don't require us to have anything like that. Even though I will tell anybody, you need to know how to work with these animals, learn their cues, learn when they're going to strike, learn how to handle that animal, and everything like that. So I tell people all the time, do not ever stick your hand in that enclosure to pull a water bowl out. Don't think you're going to spot clean that thing with that animal in there. Use your hook, use your tong. I have a screw lid, a 5-gallon bucket with 2 zip ties on it, so I can hook my hook on it and screw it on there. That's to safely hold the animal while I'm doing anything in that closure. So basically, safety is the number one key when working with any kind of venomous. And the time when you get bit is when you get relaxed and you put too much trust in that animal. Yeah, a lot of y'all going to work with ball pythons and stuff like that. If your ball python bites you, woohoo. A venom bites you, your ass is going to the emergency room and you're going to be fighting for your life 9 out of 10 times.
And you're going to be spending a bunch of money.
Yes. The last time I heard anti-venom was about $25,000 of value. And I heard one guy got bit by I think it was an Arizona blacktail rattler when he was out hiking, and he ended up being charged over $500,000 after his trip to the hospital.
Damn.
So that's one thing I've always said. If you're going to handle this, you're going to have any kind of venomous, get the proper training, get the proper enclosure, do right, learn about it before you do it. Like, we all love snakes. We all know that. That's why we're all here. Venomous is just a step up for us crazy people.
Yeah.
So, but like with you, somebody who's had multiple years experience, I would rather be taught through you. And so I know even people in my neighborhood, will contact Chris, and they'll contact me first. I'm like, hey, contact Chris. He has the proper equipment. What is the hook and the bag together that you have? Do you have it there with you so you can show it?
No, it actually stays in the Cadillac. So in case we're cruising down the road or see anything.
Yeah. So the proper equipment is going to be like your number one. Like if you don't have that, don't even look at them. Don't go to somebody's house and attempt to rescue or anything like that. Just don't do it.
Because venomous snakes are way faster than most of your non-venomous animals. Like, I believe that a Western Diamondback can strike at the speed of 176 miles an hour. You can't move that fast.
No.
So on a nice warm day, 82, 70 degrees or whatever, that animal can move so fast. And when they're warmer, they're even faster.
Yep.
So, if you don't know what you're doing, don't mess with them.
Our summer times, it's nothing to get between 112, 115 on a really hot summer day. Those animals are lightning fast.
Yeah, but you're not going to find any of them out. You'll, like right now, well, today was an exception. Today it was raining. We got a chance with thunderstorms. Actually, today would have been a perfect time to go find one right now. Yep. But on a normal day, when it gets to 100 degrees, we would wait till about 7 o'clock and start road cruising. Mm-hmm. And I know a lot of basically any dirt road or any back road will have snakes going across it.
Mm-hmm. And he does spider and tarantulas too. I don't do that.
I've got 3 of those.
I will not do tarantulas.
Nope. Actually, I got 4 now. I got a orange jumper spider now.
Mm. What got you into the spiders?
My wife.
Oh, speaking of, let's go ahead. Let me show this off. His wife. So tell us about your wife.
Okay. My wife, Kira, I met her back when we're both 19. We're about 6 months apart. Her birthday is in January. Mine's in July. First time I met her, first thing I asked, you like snakes? If she loves reptiles and everything like that. We have a photo floating around when she used to own her red-tailed boa, which is about 8 foot. Her favorite snake is the Brazilian rainbow boa. Her favorite spider is the Gouty Metallica blue tarantula. I probably butchered that name. Every time we're out hiking, Every time we found a tarantula, she always loves looking at them. She calls them the little fuzzy puppy dogs.
Nope.
Scary. I stay away from them.
Yeah.
Now, spiders and tarantulas are very underrated. The people that are into them know about it, but the people that don't just don't understand them. Like, for instance, we've had a black widow, and black widows are just awesome. Okay. This girl broke her leg, and she went right back up the web, wrapped her leg up with her webbing like a bandage, and then went back and held that arm out while she bit the cricket. And for the couple weeks after that, while that was healing, she always held that arm out until it healed. The fact that they have a level of intelligence to fix their own self whenever they get damaged, that's just awesome. But at the same time, too, spiders and tarantulas almost seem like they don't know they're venomous. But at the same time, too, 90% of, not saying brown recluses and black widows, those are pretty potent on their venom, but everything else, they're not medically significant on the chart. Let's say like a Western Diamondback is. Most of them are going to be like a bee sting. Now, if you're allergic to a bee sting, then that's says otherwise. But yeah, most of the time, like, it's just going to be an itch or something like that. It's not really, like, it might be a little pain, but it's not going to be no life-threatening issue. You got more of a chance of a bacteria infection than anything from the venom.
Mm-hmm. So, Chris, how many species of animals do you work with right now?
Oh, God. Okay, first off, I got ADHD. There's the reason. But can I just go through the list?
Sure.
Do you want to show pictures off first?
Sure. So right there is one of the male pastel Western Diamondbacks.
Mm-hmm.
How old is this one in this picture?
Almost. They're about a year old now. So that was taken a couple months ago. So yeah.
Okay.
That is my 2-year-old Velvet Tail. I call her Velvet. That's their nickname, but it's my cane break Timber Rattler.
Okay.
And that's the first time she actually went in that pose. I pissed her off really well.
Yeah.
That is the smaller one, but that is the same. That's the brother to that other pastel. But yes, that is another pastel Western Diamondback.
Okay.
And that was the first one right there.
Oh, did I show it off twice?
Yeah. And that right there is my new one. If David Drake is watching, I want to tell him thank you. But that is my now, I think, 5-week-old Western Massasauga, and all these venomous snakes have been captive born.
God.
That's awesome. So you have turtles.
I've got an albino Chinese soft shell.
That's mine.
When you get me a Morlet crocodile.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Then my wife has a little baby. She's about a 3-year-old common snapping turtle.
Ooh.
Then I've got me a Sonora gopher snake. The newest one's a Texas rat. Got me 2 Western rats, which one is my daughter's first snake, and that's about a year old now. Then I got a 2-year-old Western rat. Got me 2 leopard geckos. Do not know the morphs of them. Got me 2 ball pythons. The male, I cannot remember the morph, but it came from you, Holly. Then I got the female ball python. I don't know the morph of her. I do got me a retic. My retic is about 2 years old, and I do not power feed her at all because I don't want a snake that lives just 10 years. I want her to live 25 or more years. I don't care how big she gets or anything, but she will eventually get a 400 square foot room. But right now she's 5 foot, but she is a purple, orange head G-stripe reticulated python. And then I've got a desert iguana.
What's
Trying to
up,
think.
Will?
I got my daughter Scarlett also has an Arizona blonde tarantula. I got me a Brazilian blue tarantula. I got a desert or a Mexican red knee tarantula, and I've got a desert hairy scorpion.
So just a couple.
Yeah, just a couple.
Yeah, nothing too big. But what I do really like what Chris does is he builds his own enclosures.
Mhm.
And the quality of them is outstanding. I mean, you can't just go out and buy something like that from a store. That has to be self-built. He has like, was that like a waterfall in one of them?
Yeah, I got. Oh wait, that's the other two I'm forgetting. I got 2 blue eyes white tree frogs.
There
we
you
And
go.
that one does have the waterfall in it. It's not bio. I don't know if you call it bioactive, but it has got plants in there. It's got a false water bottom with a canister pump under it, and it pumps a waterfall through the back, which is spray foam and dry locked over to look like a rocky background. And the water comes out of the wooden cork bark or whatever on it to kind of simulate something like in the jungle. Even though I'm going to be tearing down that tank and the frog's going to move into a 40-gallon because I can do something a lot better. And then the Sonora gopher snake that's in the 40 gallons is actually going to be moved into the new aquarium that I'm building.
Gotcha.
So all of your stuff, it's not just, hey, I'm doing this for breeding. You actually have your whole room is display animals. Everything you have is display, even your ball pythons. So I think that's really neat. You know,
Yeah, I'm not.
Who is one of the? I know who you're going to say, but who is one of the big breeders you've looked up to, learning from? And
I think his name's Tanner at Serpent Squad over on YouTube.
okay. I thought he was going to say nerd.
Oh, Kevin McCurley.
Yep.
Oh, he's cool and everything like that, and I watch his videos all the time and all that. But no, I don't really look up to him. I don't look up at none of the big breeders or anything like that as it being inspired. I'm into displaying these animals and making elegant, beautiful looking aquariums.
Right.
And I've been like Holly, you're talking about my craftsmanship on these enclosures. I started when I was like 12 building these. Like I had 2 normal ball pythons growing up. They were in 6 foot by 2 feet by 2 feet enclosures.
Damn.
Right.
So I've always thought of, if you can go bigger, go bigger. These animals live out in the nature. They have a huge range. They don't live in like these little areas. So that's what I believe. That's why my retic's not going in a 8 by 4 foot by 4 foot. It's going to go in a 20 foot by 20 foot by 15 foot tall room where I don't have to pull her out. You walk in with her.
Right.
So all these animals are just going, as they grow, they're going to get bigger enclosures. That's why I'm trying to move and get the hell out of here.
No, you can't do that. Sorry, Tyler.
I'm not touching anything. Wasn't me. So
But you,
what's a dream species for you, Chris?
A tuatara,
Really?
the 5th reptile species out there.
Yeah. Okay.
y'all, I just want to shout out. This is my baby girl. That's my daughter, Casey. She's in North Carolina, and I miss her so much, and I want to go see her so bad. I miss her. Oh, she's my lifeline. Thank you. So, Chris, you and I both love the Gaboon Vipers. I still want one of these days for you to build me an enclosure. So, what kind of like I was thinking about is having a coffee table, but at the like have the lift top on it still, where I could still use it as a lift top. Bobby and I play cards and stuff like that, but then have the Gaboon Viper in the bottom of it. How cool would that be?
That would be really awesome and everything like that. I don't even own a Gaboon because they're awesome snakes and everything. I just don't have the room for them. Like I want a cobra, but I'm not going to have a cobra in this room.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can eventually work up towards the Gaboon,
Yep.
but that's still going to take a while and learn.
Yes, I agree. Anybody that keeps venomous, they do need to learn. I am no exception to the rule.
See, that's why I don't want a taipan. I don't want a mamba. I don't want to have multiple cobra species because I don't want those animals that come charging at me. I'm cool with one or two of them, but that's where my limit's going to go with the cobra. But yeah, when you're working with these venomous, you got to know your limitations.
Yep. Untamed and Unhinged. Hello, and everybody. Husbandry Pro. Want a free 60-day free trial with no credit card needed? Text home a 60. Type it in. Do it up. And if you want 15% off of your shed testing, Gray Rotter Reptiles, text home a 15. Hit him up. You get 2 shed tests for 15% off. That's awesome.
I forgot the red tails. I got 2 red tail boas and one might be pregnant.
Ooh. So how many animals have you bred so far?
0. Well, no, I did breed my ball pythons, and she has one of my eggs, Holly, because 7 of them went down because with the genetics of the female might be bad. Outside of that, my dad and I did breed 2 our bearded dragons when I was 14, and they were from the Fire and Ice lines that were back in the Reptile magazines.
Damn.
Hey, Sammy.
So did all the ball python eggs went bad?
All but one, and she says one's doing okay.
It is okay. Yeah, Tyler's one that I talked to about it also, about the embryos and the veins and everything. And I waited until they absolutely went. And I was like, okay, because I've never had any go bad. But that is a hard thing to go through, but it's also a learning experience for both of us because Chris brought them over here and put them in the incubator, and so I'm hoping that one will go for him.
Hey, that'd be awesome if that one does go, but if not, hey, there's always another time.
Right.
Yeah. And what was the pairing on it? It was a pastel to the male. What was it? Pastel spot nose?
He doesn't. I gave him. I gave him
head
all the
desert ghosts.
Pastel spot nose, double head TG clown male.
And
but
then
yeah,
female,
I don't.
She's pastel and something. I don't know. I got the female back in Houston when I was working at a pet store, and the dude just came in and said, "Hey, I don't want her. Y'all can have her." And they told me go put her in with the normals. And as I started walking back there, I was like, "This ain't a normal ball python." So I turned around and said, $50, take this off my check. So yeah, that's how I ended up with her. And as she's gone older, she's starting getting more white on her.
Okay.
So there's something else going on with her. So I want to breed her, and I'm going to try to breed her one more time. If we end up with the same batch again, then she's just going to be a pet.
Gotcha.
How many more ball pythons do you plan on doing? Like having in your collection?
That's it.
2?
Yeah, 2.
Oh my goodness.
You're an oddity, man. You're an oddity.
Hey, what does it say right there at the end of my word? It's
Oddities.
So are you eventually gonna breed, the rattlers and all the other venomous stuff you have, or are those just
no, not really. The deal is I don't Holly being an exception. Outside of that, I just don't feel comfortable breeding venomous snakes because there's not that big of a market for them. So that's why Gaboons are like $100. You can get them for $50 because they have 40 babies, and right now, can you pick 40 people that want them?
Right.
Yeah, I in PA, so in New York, you cannot have any venomous, no matter what. No, there's no license you can get, anything like that. You also can't have big snakes, anything I think that naturally grows over 10 or 12 feet. But in
And
PA,
that's why my ass is staying in Oklahoma.
but in PA, you can have anything you want with no permit at all. So we do a few shows down there and vend with some people who do venomous. And last time we vended next to a guy who did, I think, gaboons and monocle cobras.
I
And
do want a monocle.
he was complaining about the state of the market in gaboons and was like, I mean, I it's hard to sell to reptile people because you got to stay above the skin trade. So he was like, more people are offering to buy the gaboons to kill them and use their skin for other things than are to use to have for pets. So, and I was like, that's nuts. And he was like, I don't sell my animals to those people. Which is, it was just really nuts to hear, like, about that. I love gaboons. If there was any venomous I would get, it'd be a gaboon because they're just cool. But never getting a venomous, I've always liked them, and to hear that, I was like,
I'd say if you like the gaboon, go look up a Congo rhinoceros viper.
oh, I love the
The
rhino.
colors on those blows gaboons out of the water.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. And can't they be what, crossbred? What are they?
Yeah, they can be crossed, but they're called gabinos.
Yeah, those things are cool too. I like them all.
Yeah, I've been out here. We have an integrated zone of timbers and westerns, and I had a buddy here a few years ago found a hybrid species between those two, and I've been cruising up and down that damn road every chance I get, trying to find one because I'm cool with natural occurring hybrid species, but I'm not. If it can't happen in nature, I don't want to mess with it.
Right.
But yeah, the gabinos, I'm pretty sure that is a natural occurring hybrid.
Yeah. And to me, they're just short and fat like ball pythons, and I like them. So
yeah,
I like my snake short and fat.
They
Ball
also
pythons.
have 2-inch fangs that they move extremely fast, big fat head, big old venom yields, and they'll make you melt.
Yeah, they're nuts. They're so cool. I'm never gonna have one, but nah.
I don't know. I might get one and all that, but yeah, it's gonna be a while from now.
Yeah. Let's shout out our sponsors real quick, y'all.
Sick.
Thank you to all of our amazing sponsors. We appreciate you. We love you. You are amazing. And if you guys want stickers, you can reach out to Tyler or I, either one. We will be attending the Florida show, Daytona, next month. And we'll be doing pictures and whatever you guys like. Tyler and I are really easy going.
I'm horrible. Don't ever come up to me on a show.
Yeah, he's taller than I thought he was.
Yeah, right.
I'm stoked for Daytona. We got our flights booked and hotel yesterday, so that'll be good. I think we're coming in Thursday and leaving Tuesday, so we're going to be there an extra day before and day after. We leave Tuesday, I think, early, maybe like noon. But yeah, so I'll get into some fun in Daytona. And
Sammy and John did mine. I'm supposed to be there Friday morning and coming home Sunday. So I'm just going to be like going to the show, basically running through the show, and then I want to go to the beach.
Yeah, my girlfriend's coming with us. Me, Dad, and Frank are going too. And I told her, I think she's watching. I was like, we're not gonna have too much beach time, probably. But
oh, honey, if you want to go to the beach, we will go to the beach.
it's like you just get to sit at a snake show all day. But yeah, it'll be super fun. My first time there, and I always hear it's a great show. I was supposed to go last year and the year before, and other, personal stuff came up, so I had to not go. And same, actually, I wasn't supposed to go this year, and some personal stuff came up where I could go. So I'm stoked to be able to get out there and see the cool people in Florida that sometimes I don't get to see very often.
That man right there, if you want to find me, look for him or Sammy. That's where I'll be.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm stoked. I'll see what kind of trouble I can get into in Daytona.
Hey, pick me up a crocodile when you're down there.
I will try not to. I'd get a crocodile or alligator before I get a venom snake.
Emma commented yes. Find us at the beach. We'll be having a stiff drink and checking out, people.
Yeah, when it comes to crocodiles, I want Morlet crocs because they don't get nowhere near as big as the saltwaters or the Niles.
Yeah.
And I want a pair of them, but I want babies. I want them to imprint on me and my kids and my wife because I don't want to go out there and then they're trying to attack the fence and take off your face.
Yeah.
If you work with them when they're little, I wouldn't say you can swim with them, but yeah, you'll be able to walk out there and they'll just kind of look at you like, what? Yeah. So, but also there's a study that came out saying that crocodilians talk to each other through low frequencies and all that. So do not get one by themselves because they'll go psychotic.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Yeah, if you watch Gatorland videos, there's all the time they're calling a name out of hundreds of gators, and just the one gator that knows its name will come up.
Mm-hmm.
It's really neat on all the new studies that are coming out on these. Just like the newest one I heard, garter snakes. Garter snakes basically make friends.
Yeah,
that's really neat. Just and like with rattlesnakes, especially timber rattlers, when you go further north, all the mothers that are pregnant will kind of hang out with each other. And then once the babies are born, the babies follow mama for the first couple weeks. So these animals, not stupid. They're finding out they're way more intelligent than what they ever thought they were.
Except ball pythons.
Yeah, I would say the study of ball pythons, there's not much coming out from there.
Stan said, Tyler, you're going on a slingshot ride.
Oh God, I'm not a big.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
We'll see.
Hey, what's the dumbest things y'all have done? Well, trying to catch a snake or a lizard or a turtle.
I got my hand just stuck in a hole. Like, I don't know. I was by a pool. There was a small hole. I thought I could get my hand in. I got my hand in. It was really hard to get it out. Nothing really stupid.
I'll tell you, one of my funnest memories was our mother taking us bullfrog hunting. The little snake charmer. And like on this really big pond, that was the most fun. And then getting to eat frog legs afterwards, like who doesn't love that?
The hardest thing for me is there's nothing like super fun to herp out here. It's like I'm in Western New York. You're not gonna find anything besides garter snakes,
fox snakes.
Not where I'm at.
Oh,
the only two species I've ever seen is about 750,000 garter snakes and 2 corn snakes. So the only things I've ever seen, snake wise, I've seen again turtles and
y'all got diamondback terrapins up there, don't you?
Not
And
where I'm
turtles?
at. They're more like Adirondacks area. Like
Gotcha.
if I go to the Adirondacks, you can find rattlers there, cottonmouths there, but I never go there. And so yeah, I never really went like herping. I just go into my backyard and like catch some garter snakes. So I never really had to do anything like crazy.
See, that's really what I wanted to do in Florida. I wanted to go herping with somebody. I know Stan is there and a couple other breeders, but nobody that I know that'd be like, hey, let's go herping. Let's go,
Yeah. Well,
I jumped out of a car once and caught a horny toad.
Yes.
Like how fast was the car going?
I was 7 and we saw this little horny toad run across the road and I told Mom bye and I just jumped out of the car while she was going down the road.
Casey's not wrong. I've actually caught horny toads when I was younger and they do that spit thing of blood on you.
I have caught tons of them and I've never had one squirt blood on me. I've always wanted to see that. But you go out West Oklahoma, around out there, around Winoka, Woodward, and all that, they're common out there. The Texas horn lizard.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to keep your eyes peeled, and they're out there.
Yeah.
I do remember one time when I was like 7 or 8, out there at the lake, we got these big old tractor tires, and I remember shoving my hand on there trying to catch a snake, and it wasn't until a couple years after I realized what a copperhead looked like.
Oh, really? Oh my God.
And then, I remember this one. Okay, our state reptile is called the Eastern Caudal Lizard. The males are bright blue.
Okay.
I chased after one, and it ran up underneath this camper shell, and 13-year-old me didn't even think about it. Ran my hand under there, and I grabbed the tail of a rattlesnake. I did things without thinking when I was little.
I think you still do things without thinking, Chris.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, definitely. I've got scars all over my legs and all that from thinking I can catch an armadillo and getting my legs caught up in barbed wire.
God.
People tell me I would fit perfect into Florida.
You probably would. Yeah. I had an armadillo get in our trash can on our front porch. We lived in Whitesboro, Texas. It was like where we kept our kindling at. I don't know if Casey remembers this, but we went out there and her dad was like, oh, let's shoot it. I'm like, oh, no, let's not. Because armadillos, that will ricochet off of them. Like they are.
Yeah. Oh, they're cute. Piggy looking faces.
No, they're not cute and they tear up your yards.
They're cute. I look at stuff like possums and all that. I want a possum. With my license, I can own a possum.
Should have said something here a few weeks ago. My sister had one, a baby one that she let grow up and finally let it go in her backyard. She loves doing the baby possums.
Oh yeah, I do remember once. You remember when the Lake Texoma flooded?
Mm-hmm. Well, which time?
2009. I think. Or
that was a good flood. That was a good flood.
The North Dike flooded, and we were out there bow fishing. And everybody, until recently, said there was no alligators in Lake Texoma. And people thought I was crazy because I always said, I saw a gator in Lake Texoma. Mm-hmm. I saw a soft shell taken off, and I just jumped off the boat without thinking, and I grabbed it. Okay, and I'm out of the water, and I'm like, I grabbed the turtle. And everybody, the 2 guys on the boat, get your ass back in this boat. There's a gator sitting on the log not too far from me.
Yeah.
No shot.
Yeah. Texas, like where we're at, we're getting more and more different species in. I know the gators. Plus, wild hogs are so bad here.
Oh, and that's something I'm getting my assault rifle this weekend.
That's something else you got to be really cautious about when you're going out herping and stuff. Even like fishing at the lake here.
I
You know.
keep a gun on me when I go out herping
Mm-hmm.
because there are times I know one of my buddies, he goes herping around here, and I don't know why it's him, but it seems like all the crazy people try to fight him on the back roads.
Oh, yeah.
I
That's just
don't
nuts.
get. I've seen pigs, and that's about the most. But this is Oklahoma, land of Joe Exotic. There,
Oh my God. You didn't. He did.
I would not be shocked if I'm out there and I see a damn tiger. We had game warden called me up because you got to have a game warden come here and inspect your enclosures every year. I'm friends with one of the game wardens, and he called me up and said, "You want to call it on Monday?" I was like, "No, I don't want to call it on Monday." He's like, "Well, we got 12 of them loose over here."
What?
That's a South American raccoon.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Casey's actually been to his too.
Yeah. And then when I was at Lowe's, because I go to Lowe's religiously because we don't have a Home Depot here, that's getting wood and all the stuff. This dude walks up and he's like, "What you building?" I was like, "An aquarium." He's like, "You might know my uncle." Oh God, who's your uncle? Joe Exotic. He's like, "You want to come back to my place? I got monkeys, lemurs." I was like, I'm a reptile dude. It's so easy for us to be labeled as crazy.
You don't know what would happen to you somewhere going like that. No.
Oh, no. The other like fun thing that like comes up a lot of the time is like when you tell someone you have a snake and they know someone who has a snake and they think it's like, again, it's not a huge community, and they go, "Oh, like, do you know like my brother?"
Mm-hmm.
No, he has one snake and lives 25 minutes away from me. I have no idea.
What sucks is Durant's not that big. So when they say, "Do you know the person that has the 10-foot retic?" Oh, yeah, I know them.
Okay.
Oh, what about the ball python lady? Oh, yeah. You mean Holly?
Yeah.
They actually, I think it was this morning or last night, they found a 14-foot retic in Albany, like just dead in a lake. It's really weird.
Retics are sold like you can actually write them off as a farm tax, was what I was told. But they will, a lot of people will sell a retic to anybody with cash. And so once a lot of people, they do this a lot with any snakes. They'll get them when they're babies, and then when they get bigger, they freak out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. I wouldn't be shocked. They do find stuff like that up there.
Yeah.
Tyler, did you see John Feely's comment here?
Go over married, come back into dudes. What?
Joe Exotic deal.
Oh, dude, that was one of the like craziest Netflix documentaries I've ever seen.
And so, how far is Ardmore from here?
An hour.
So yeah, that was just like an hour away.
Oh no, Joe Exotics is up there by his place is up there by Paws Valley. Up there. Now the dude, I can't remember his name.
He was going to have one over by the casino.
Well, he did. Not Joe Exotic. That's when Joe went to prison. Okay. It was that guy that I cannot remember the guy's name, but he moved all of them down to Thackerville, which had 30 minutes from Ardmore, and
the do-right guy.
The locals started smelling all the rotting meat and everything that's over there. So the U.S. Department came in and seized all the tigers, and supposedly all the tigers are up there on this humongous ranch in Colorado.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a whole mess, man.
Which it's so easy that the reptile community can go down that same road, and that same part can happen to us. So we need to be friends.
When did that whole thing happen? Like
2018 to 2020, I think. Like I know 2020 is when it come out, right? Like the movies and stuff when COVID come out, because I was at work watching it.
I know. I've been trying to throw my voice like Joe Exotic so I could be like dress up like him for Halloween.
Don't do it, Krista.
I feel like I can pull it off.
You could, Tyler. Let's get you some bleach your hair a little bit.
Yeah. I think I gotta straighten the mullet though. You know, I got the curls. I gotta straighten it out, and then we'll be good.
God.
No.
Oh, come on. That would be great.
That's a crazy person though. I don't know if I could dress up as Joe Exotic.
That's funny.
I know he is the wrong kind of crazy ones you can't trust, because normal crazy people you can trust. It's the normal people that are scary ones.
Yeah. So, Chris, what is your best tip for somebody wanting to keep venomous snakes?
Don't just jump in it like you do anything else. Actually, first, try to find somebody to mentor you and make sure that person knows what the hell they're doing. And if you can't do that, research. Just research as much as you can. Like here in Durant, if I wanted to talk to somebody about venomous, back when I was growing up, when I moved back down here to Durant, there was nobody. I was really the only person with a reptile. So if I wanted to work with venomous, nobody would have helped me. It was just learn what I can and all that. Nobody taught me how to handle a snake, like how to pick up a rattlesnake or anything. I learned from watching people on videos. Where did they put that hand? You don't just grab them by the rattle. You don't grab them by mid-length or nothing like that. Where's their head at on that hook? Me, the way I learn, I'm real visual. I read, I go to sleep. I watch, I learn. I learn with my hands. So watching all these, and I don't just go to like Google or a YouTube and watch half the people on there and how they work with them. No, I want to go and look up deeper into there and find actual biologists, people that professionally work with these, and watch the professionals and how they work.
Right.
So if anybody's wanting to get into venomous, like I said, research as much as you can. Try to find somebody that'll mentor you. And do not take a shortcut on nothing. If you don't feel like, if you're tired, don't work with them. You're drunk, don't work with them. You're high, don't work with them. Anything. Do not, you have to be on cue 100% of the time, because you will mess up. That venomous snake, that viper, will not.
There you go. There's your question.
Oh,
after you have, they find out you have snakes.
You're playing with the devil's serpent. You're going to burn in the fiery pits of hell. Get rid of all them snakes and come to church and be saved. That's probably the dumbest thing. Or no, actually, I got kicked out of Walmart for having a ball python. The lady really went up to the manager and said that snake was going to come off my neck and chase her across the floor and bite her and kill her.
A ball python.
A ball python. So my dumbass went and made that animal emotionally support animal, and now I can walk in there.
I think that's because you're stubborn and hard-headed, and you just like to be
I
like,
don't
hey.
like being told no. It's just like building these enclosures. I got told, hey, that wood will kill them. Seal it. It's pine. Yeah, it'll kill them. Dry lock it. The whole inside's dry lock. If you want to fill up with water, you can. These things will hold water. Paint the outside. Hey, guess what? I built an enclosure for $100 and saved money. I don't got the money for PVC, so yeah, you tell me no, I'm going to figure it out. Hey, it's just like on my channel, Rockabilly Customs. That's where I build hot rods. Those channels are filled with stuff that people told me no on.
Right. And you have a pretty good following now too, right?
About 500 subscribers over on that channel. I need to get back to making videos, but car parts have just got so expensive.
Right.
Mm.
What cars do you have that you've been working on?
Well, my first car, which it's just sitting out here in the garage, it's a 1971 Ford Maverick. My great grandmother bought that brand new over in Medill. I've got all the paperwork and everything for that car. It's been fully restored from the headlights to the taillights. It's got modern air. It's got brand new seats, custom console, custom gauges. The paint's custom. Suspension's all custom. It's got a 600 horsepower small block 302. 5-speed transmission. It'll do a wheelie in the streets if you prep the streets right. Then I bought my dream car next to a Skyline GTR. I got a 91 Nissan 240 SX Coupe, which everything's got imported from Japan on that. It's got a body kit on it. I'm going to paint it fuchsia pink for the hell of it.
Just say pink.
Yeah, it'll be close to Sammy's color pink.
Sammy.
Then it's got custom interior, custom gauges, custom headliner because I just don't want to buy OEM parts. They're so expensive. It's got a imported 4-banger from Japan called C18 DET, which has a big ass turbo on it. And it has a programming ECU, so it can run about 400 pounds of boost, or 400 horsepower, which that's good enough to kick the tires out and go sideways. Then my wife's truck is a short bed single cab S10 that we're going to drop at 305. So even 200 horsepower for a little tiny pickup that weighs as much as a Miata, that's going to fly.
Now, is that a Ford Ranger?
No, it's an S10, something better. It's a Chevy bow tie.
Chevy. Okay. I was singing that song in my head. You know what song that was?
Oh, I know. We're down in the south. Then my newest one, which is completely trashed, I've always wanted a 64 2-door Impala.
Ooh.
I've seen the low riders and everything like that. I love low riding. So I found an Impala for $500 out of the junkyard, and it was about to get crushed. So all those videos are on there. You can see all those cars. They look like hell right now because trying to get up there, trying to get sponsorships for that, even though I did take a hiatus from that channel because just how the economy's been going. But I got a really good friend that has a CNC machine table. And I did have a motorcycle. If you go back on my videos enough, you'll see a Suzuki Intruder that looks like a Harley Davidson because I was trying to go for a Black Widow look. But then this crackhead that was watching my videos literally said, "Ooh, damn, someone has some bass. That was good. You can hear it in here."
Squirrel.
Traded they contacted me on Facebook. They said, "Hey, I watched your video, your Intruder. I want that as a living room piece." I was like, "What would you take for it?" I was like, "I'll take about $900 for it because it's been custom paint, had bright red wheels with the all black, bigger handlebars. The motor was painted up like a Harley Davidson. It almost looked like one custom. It had a lot of custom stuff on it. It wasn't running yet, but he said, "Well, I have this LS that came out of this Tahoe." I was like, "Dude, I only got like $100 into this bike. That LS is easily over $1,000." "Yeah, sure. You bring that over. You can have this bike." So the LS is going to go into the Impala because that's a boat. That motor. Well, you can create 1,200 horsepower out of a bone stock LS.
So Tyler and I are both like, this is vehicle talk.
Yeah, I know. I got into cars when I was like 16.
But like, I love going to drag races. I love going to dirt track races here. I just don't know enough about them to talk about them. But that's definitely a Southern thing too.
Oh yeah, I used to live in OKC, so I got to meet a bunch of the 405 guys. And I lived right down the street from Farm Truck and Asian, and they stopped and looked at my Maverick and wanted me to race them.
And you're like, nope.
Oh, I wanted to. I just never could get the time to.
Right.
Gotcha.
So Tyler, do you have any more questions?
I do not.
Y'all want to know my first reptile that I ever had?
I do.
That is a good question. What is
When
it?
I was 6 years old, I caught a black snake and I kept it in the closet until my mom found it. I thought it was just a normal black snake, like what they call chicken snakes, which found out it's a rat snake. No, it turned out to be a cottonmouth.
Okay.
Well, when you're young and dumb, you don't know.
Right. I do want to say for any local people, you can reach out to me and I will get a hold of Chris for you because I don't have the right equipment yet and I still want to be trained. But Chris will come do any kind of removals for you. He doesn't charge, but hey, tips are awesome.
Yep.
You know, I had somebody in my neighborhood the other day kill a chicken snake, and that just really pissed me off.
I know chicken snakes are just Texas rats or black rats.
Yeah,
They're completely harmless.
Yeah, and you know they put it on. We have our little local Facebook group for the edition I live in or whatever, and they know that there's 3 people here that would remove a snake for them.
Isaiah, Tyler, me. Yeah, about 4.
Yeah, so
Damn.
don't kill a snake because you're afraid of it, people. I mean, that would be like me going outside and seeing a dog and be like, "Oh, I don't like that dog. It looks scary. I'm going to kill it." You know, it's just not cool.
I've said this once because I saw it, and I'm trying to be better than that. But someone did say that when I was walking around with one of my reptiles, they did say that would make a nice coat. They had a Pomeranian, whatever it's called. And I said, hey, that dog would look really nice as a fur coat.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't know if you deal with ADHD. Sometimes I don't have a filter. And I will think what I said after I've said it. That's got me in more trouble than anything else.
That's just redneck.
Yeah. I'll say when you're raised down here, sort of.
Right.
I lived most of my teenage years up in northwest Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Which that place is boring if you want to be a city person, but if you're into the nature scene, it is freaking awesome. You see a water snake, you could just go jump on it without thinking it's a water moccasin.
Yeah. So you can find Chris. Oh, go ahead, Chris.
Reminds me when I was young living up there, I used to run around in the ponds, act like I was the crocodile hunter, grabbing snakes by the tails, talking like an Aussie.
Hey, Bailey's, how's it going? Hope all is well with you guys. People who, oh, yeah. Yes. So, Chris's link is down in the description. Like I said, Reptiles and Oddities, and your other one is what?
Oh, every one of them's Reptiles and Oddities. Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. I'm more parent on Instagram, even though I do need to get my TikTok and YouTube going. It's just what might seem obvious to talk about on some people. It don't hit me until later on when I'm in my semi driving. And then by the time I get home, I forget it.
Yeah.
But your Rockabilly Customs.
Oh, Rockabilly Customs. If you're into cars at all, I have a Facebook account, Rockabilly, but I don't check that because Facebook's made it so hard to get into them. Mm-hmm. But I have a Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Even though my TikTok's blowing up even more over there, my Impala's got over 42K likes on that one.
Oh, that's cool.
So I've got love. I got a bunch of love from the West Coast guys, the lowrider scene out there. Quite a few of them told me, hey, when you want like engraving or anything done to that car, they'll fly out here and engrave my car.
Oh, wow.
So that's pretty cool. Like I even got Tech 9 telling me whenever that Impala's done that he'll throw my car into a video.
That's awesome, man. Very awesome.
That-
All right. Well,
So-
we're at the end of the show here. Like I said, if you want to reach out to Chris, Reptiles and Oddities.
Yeah, and
guy.
I'd tell you, if I try to say, hey, call me at my phone number, it's because I'm driving a semi. I will not text until I get to my stop because I don't want to end up putting that damn thing in the ditch.
Yep.
So, but I would love talking about snakes, any kind of reptiles. As y'all know, I have a big, wide, diverse collection, and it's just going to keep going from there. I'm just going to keep building enclosures and just keep expanding from there.
But
So-
there's only one thing I know he likes talking more about than reptiles, and that's his cars.
Yeah. I love talking about classics. I love talking about the JDM import scene. If it's anything new, don't talk to me about it. I don't like things. Like the last new car that came out. Okay, take that back. The new Mustangs that just came out. Oh my God. That and then the Hellcat Dodge Challenger. Oh my God. The new Demon that came out with the 1,000 horsepower stock. But then if you like, I'm entered to win the Cybertruck that Gas Monkey's trying to give away.
Yeah.
Which I said, if I get that, I'm loading that thing up with a bunch of dynamite and blowing that to hell.
Oh my gosh.
Because
Jimbo.
trucks,
That's
But-
funny. All right, guys. Well, join us Saturday on the Reptile Lounge if you would like. 7:30, same time. 7:30
I'll be
p.m.
out road cruising.
I'm sure you will, and I'm sure I'll be mad at you because I'm
I'll be
not
up in
there.
I'll be in Northwest Oklahoma.
Oh, that's
for
right.
my-
Got a wedding.
I'm going to my dad's wedding, but I told him I'm going to make sure I'm going road cruising for some Atroxes.
That's cool. Bring me back a prize, man.
I'll bring you back
Not
to
a-
Lava Rock. We got a volcano up there,
Oh, that's awesome. Perfect.
an extinct
All right,
volcano.
Have a good night, everyone. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, too. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.